everybody, it's Robin from Talks from the Heart. In this video, I'm going to chat with you about what's going on with my type 2 diabetes. I'm going to do my weekly setup in my health journal, and I'm going to show you one of the new shops that I've recently discovered that I'm having the best time buying from. And she also, I approached her and said, would you be willing to give me a code to share with my viewers? And she said, absolutely. So I did discover this shop through Nessie from Nessie Plans, and there's a code Nessie10 that you can use, but I would love it if you would use my code, just because I appreciate the shout out in that way. I don't get anything from this, and I don't have a specific freebie like Nessie does, which I will show you. But it's Robin10, and I'll put it below. And this shop ships crazy fast, as do most of the other shops that I shop at. This is a freebie, little charm, so cute. And then she sent this. How cute is that dog? I think this must be like her monthly freebie. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you this stuff because this is what I'm going to use. Then I'm going to talk about my weekly spread and how I'm going to change it. I'm going to then also share the supplements that I take along with my prescribed doctor medications. These supplements are approved by both my a licensed dietitian and my physician. So, and then at the end, I'm going to do a quick flip using Southern Belle Plans on my paper test designs, the weekly that I use as my like daily journal where I just write down what happened. Not an emotional journal so much as just like what happened in the day, just keeping track of my life. So this is Nessie's freebie. And then these are some really fun journaling kits that she offers that you can layer. So pretty, and I think she put that in because she knows I have a channel now. And so that was super fun to get that. Thank you so much. I love this card. Do all things with great love. Love that. All right, so this is if you order $50 or more, I'm sure after discount, yeah, and you get this free pouch which fits her stickers. This is a previous order. I started to use that. This is what I think I look like right now on Sunday morning. I do not. I actually, because I knew I was going to say that, I actually filmed a little blip, and I'll show you what I look like right now. Sunday mornings are my favorite time to film. I don't know, I'm just super relaxed, and I'm getting ready for the week. And it's just an easy time to flip on the camera. The house is really quiet. Of course, the house is always quiet because I live alone. But so this is adorable. She does do like custom bookmarks. So if you tell her 204, which that's what I'm going to do next, 204, I want as a bookmark, page marker, she'll make that for you. Love it. Love the gumballs. Love the butterflies. You can see I've dipped into this order. Love that. She has a lot to look at. So super pretty. And so I love these pouches because, like I said, it fits her stickers. And I'm gonna tuck those away for right now and then show you my newest order. This and Planning with Kay, I can't get enough of right now. I've gone off the rails with my no spend, and it's okay because I actually, I'm using everything, and so excited to have such beautiful stickers. I got to take a sip of my coffee, you guys. I have almond milk creamer that is 3 grams of carbs, so I do only that on Sundays. But this is my kind of emotional journal, my morning pages, evening pages. And I, after the last time I filmed you guys, I sat down with my Planning with Kay stickers, and I just used them all up. And I had the best time. It was so fun. So right now, currently, I am out of Planning with Kay stickers. I also cannot believe I'm saying this, but I'm loving the standard size. I actually ordered another one for scripture writing. This is 2 stickers. I took this and stacked it on the bookshelf. It's one of my favorites. And I think there's just a couple more pages. So you can see that these florals and these transparent matte stickers are just gorgeous. I know I told my friend Heidi, a lamp I know doesn't go on the floor, but I wanted to use it and I thought it looked cute. Actually, I think it would have looked cuter up here, but you know, I don't want to overthink it. So I'm all out. I'm all out. I used it all up, and that's what I love. If I know I'm going to use it, I have no issue spending money on it. All right, so this is, the numbers are up top. So if you want to slow the roll here, you can look for them by the numbers. Isn't that gorgeous? I got this because I just love it, and I thought I'm grabbing that before it goes away. And then I used this in my health journal 2 weeks ago, and I loved it, so I thought I'd get another one. And then I thought I would try one of her little layering scraps. So pretty. You know, honestly, I could just take one of everything and be okay and just work it. This is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And then I think when she was packing, she made an error and she sent me two of these and two of these, and that's okay. I will hoard them. And these are just gorgeous, like in the front of your planner, or you cut them in half and put them at the spine. So pretty. Love these. Ugh, so pretty. Okay, so I'm predominantly, because I'm out of the Planning with Kay, and I'm loving the stuff I got here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to not talk through my setup, you guys, when I do it. I'll film it because I'm going to do a voiceover because I have some talking points that I want to do. And I'm so much better at doing a voiceover and using notes. I still feel like I stay authentic. But when I do the, I have to keep I'm doing something with my hands, and then I have to keep my thoughts straight. I'm finding that when I go back, here you can see that I used some of these Southern Belle plans in my monthlies. But I find when I go back and edit, I'm like, oh, I didn't even finish that thought. And there's no way to fix it. So I've decided with this, I have a lot to share. And it's just time for me to get serious, you guys. Absolutely. I'm going to move this. Hang on. I'm realizing that I'm now adjusted to my diagnosis. I mean, it knocked me to my knees. It really did. And I don't know why I was surprised, because, when your body does something that it's not meant to do, for instance, I was having shooting nerve pain, and throughout my whole body pretty much for like a year and maybe 15 months total. I mean, what did I think was going to happen? Did I think I was going to get a clean bill of health when I got there and they ran my blood work? I mean, come on, let's not be, daft. I mean, and I'm talking about myself, you guys. Remember, I'm going to get pretty mouthy in this video, and it's pretty much towards me. I'm usually pretty blunt in real life, and I try to be as blunt and kind as possible on YouTube, and that's when I talk about myself. So I always say too, if, it's my opinion and only mine, it's fun when I'm agreed with, but it's never expected. So, just take it for what it is, and you're either going to bond with it or you're not. So I'm just saying that I just don't know why I was so surprised. Goodness and mercy. I mean, doy. So, okay. So here's some things that, so you can see here, I write down everything I eat. And if you pause it and you want to be that detailed, you can see that I've kind of gone off having veggies and salads and making good choices. And that's because, I don't know, I just kind of slipped, and then I haven't really picked myself back up fully. And that's why this coming week, I have to get more serious. I have to. I mean, I feel like I'm doing such major life changes that I also am showing myself grace. I was talking with Sarah, and she's like, listen, you're doing like huge steps. So you have to just show yourself some grace, go a little bit slower. My mom's been encouraging me like that. Heather's been encouraging me like that. So I also have to realize that, all right, I slipped, no worries, get back up, and let's start again. And the good thing is I'm not starting from scratch. I absolutely have decreased my sugar intake by at least 90%. I mean, you got to understand where I was coming from. Sugar was 90% of my diet. Sugar and carbs all day, every day. And I've said this before I think in the previous video. When I say that, I mean I started the day with donuts, and not just 1, 2, 3. And I'm amazed at how over the last 3 years I've lost 65 pounds and kept it off by the way I was eating. So you can see here, my lowest was 243. This past week I'm at 247. I don't get why I'm gaining weight, but I guess I'm not gonna look at that number, but I'm still gonna track it. I'm not gonna get upset if, that number, well, okay, first of all, I'm gonna try to maintain 245. And on Super Bowl Sunday, I had chili dogs, and then the next Monday I had some leftovers. So, things like that. And I've been doing really poorly when I go into the office on Thursday, Fridays, really bad. Like donut, Reese's peanut butter cups. I did it again this past week. I was like, oh, you can be trusted. No, I can't. I'm a sugar addict, and I have to start treating myself like that. So I'm not asking you guys to be my moral compass. If you want to share your journey below so other people can read, that's fine. But for me, this is what I'm sharing, just to be an example / sometimes a good example, sometimes a poor example, to say, hey, you're not the only one. I'm going through some shit too. Here's a video so you don't feel alone. That's really why I'm putting this out there. Is because if you come at me with, oh, do this, do that, do this, do that, the first thing I do, and people in my everyday life will tell you this, Mary will tell you this, my mom will tell you this, I shut down. I'm like, nope, don't want to hear it. I'm like a man. I have to, it has to seem like it's my idea. I know, it's bad. Even if you're telling me something that I already know to be true, and I'm not a proud person, but I'm stubborn. I, for some reason, just nope, don't want to hear it. And especially if you get technical. Oh, lordy. I mean, if you get all technical, the carbs or the net carbs was subtracted by the real carbs. And I'm like, I'm done. Too much information. I'm done. I am not a deep learner unless it's my idea. I mean, I actually didn't plan on saying any of this, but it's the truth. And people in my life can attest to this. I mean, for years, Mary was saying, dude, you got to get some blood work done. I'm like, oh, I'm fine. Nothing runs in my family. Everybody's healthy. Well, guess what? The people that are healthy, they eat healthy. And they take care of themselves. So they don't eat Hostess cupcakes like an entree, morning, noon, and night. So, okay. Okay, let's get back to business. All right, so one of the things that I want to change is I don't need this much space for weight because I'm only doing it Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'm not a person that enjoys weighing myself every day. It just, ugh. So I think under the date here, I'm going to take this space and move it to here Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and just put weight. I can't take up, I don't have a small enough sticker that's a scale. So I can't take up any space over here for using the scale sticker, I guess. Ooh, could I put it up here? I might put it up here depending on the sticker I use. Okay, and then here I also want to track, did I take a pain med? And the reason why is the nights are the worst for me. I am having the biggest issue with my numbness. The bottoms of my feet feel like they're burning. My doctor knows this, but I'm having the worst time in the evening, and I know it's a reflection of my diet during the day. Well, actually not, because my feet felt like normal on Friday, and Friday I had 46 grams of carbs and 4 Reese's peanut butter cups, and I get so frustrated with myself, and I had 2 donuts, and I had a blow pop. I'm looking. I don't know. It was bad, you guys. It was so bad. And you know what, we're just not going to go. I'm going to learn from my mistakes, but I'm not going to just kind of like, you know, shame myself for the rest of February or anything. You know, I'm not going to drag it into the future, but I'm going to take it and try to learn from it and realize now I've lied to myself for 2 weeks straight. So I need to start getting serious about the fact that I need to come up with an alternative plan, and one that's exciting for me. When I go to the office, I'm super like snacky. If I was a smoker, I would be a chain smoker. So I call myself a chain snacker. Always something in my mouth. I don't know what the deal is with that with me, but this coming Thursday and Friday, I'm gonna come up with a plan. I'm gonna come up with an alternative plan that gives me an opportunity to be successful. So back to taking pain med. I feel like I take it every night and I don't. So I started tracking that. The double check marks are when I took a pain med. So here I took one at work during the day. Here I took one at night before bed. I don't want to get into a situation where I'm getting hooked on those. And by hooked, I mean, I just take it as you know what? I don't even know what I mean, but I want to be careful that I'm tracking that and that I'm trying to make this part of the planner more successful so that I don't need as much pain med and things like that, and things start to even out. Pooping has not been an issue for me. I'm doing it like a lot. I know it's the metformin, and I'm glad that I'm pooping and not having, massive. Now we're going to get real here, people, because we're adults and our bodies do things. I've heard from other people who've taken metformin that it causes like projectile diarrhea, and I was super glad that I'm not having that response, but I am pooping like 8 times a day. And it's not the cleaned out pooping, it's the, you know, a little bit and then an hour later a little bit. But you know what? I'm grateful that everything's still working, and I don't have to worry about that being an issue, especially with how much protein I'm eating. So I don't see a change in that. And then I'm getting my water in consistently. So what I thought is I could move this down here and divide it in half, and then, you know, H2O and poop, and then just have a check mark, and then I could track my pain meds on the next line. So I still want to track that I'm stopping my eating by 8 p.m. 8 p.m. is a little late now, but there's, like last night, I told myself, you have to have a salad. You cannot, no, you have to have a salad. You have to start again. And I'm so sick of making them that I'm just like, ugh, I don't want it. But I told myself, you're not allowed to eat anything else until you've had your daily salad. And the salads are pretty big with a lot of veggies and cheese, sunflower seeds, and low carb dressing, things like that. So they're good for me. And Mary even called and she's like, well, what are you doing? And I'm like, I don't know. She goes, I just finished eating. And I said, well, what did you have? And she goes, you don't want to know? And I go, no, I do. Tell me. And she was like, I had homemade mac and cheese. And I'm like, oh, you know. And she goes, you can't have it. And I said, I can, but I have to count the carbs. And sometimes that's not the way I want to spend my carbs. It's weird. On Thursdays and Fridays, I'll spend 1,000 carbs on Reese's peanut butter cups. But, you know, if I'm in the grocery store and I'm like, 18 carbs for 4 pieces, I'm like, no way, that's too much, you know. So go figure. I don't know what my problem is. But now where was I? Oh yeah, so it was like 6 o'clock and I hadn't eaten dinner yet. And I said, I told her, I said, well, she goes, what are you going to have? And I said, a salad. And I said, I told myself that I can only have a salad and I couldn't have anything else until I had made myself a nice big nourishing salad. And she said, okay. And I said, it's 6 o'clock. I better get moving because I said, you know, I stopped eating by 8. So I did end up having a big, beautiful salad and it filled me up. And so I was happy that I did that. And then I did start walking and then it got crazy cold and I stopped. And yes, I have a treadmill, but I hate treadmills. So I'm going to have to get over that mental hump too. But, and then Cooper's Meds, AM and PM. He's doing really well. I'm going to turn here where I chart things that happen. And on yesterday, I started him on a half a Apoquel and 2 Benadryl to save money. And the vets said that can be an option. So we're giving it a go to see how he does with his itchiness. He's really itchy since he got diagnosed with Cushing's disease, but his blood levels are good. She had called Monday and said he's doing great. So yay Cooper. Yeah, he's right here. He's gonna go upside down here in a few minutes. So I also want to track my supplements, and then I'm taking those, and then and I'll talk to you about those at the end. Well, I don't know. Am I getting too chatty? 21 minutes on the timer? Goodness. Okay, so, and then I track my sleep, and then groceries, and then snack before bed. So I need to tighten this all up so I can get it all in one page, because you can see here I can run out of room or get really tight over here with the food. And then back here is where I log how it went for the day, and wins, fails. So I did find some new flavored water that has 0 carbs. Went to Farm and Fleet to get it. Ended up getting a candy bar. I'm realizing that it's just best if I just stay out of the stores as much as I can, because then I'm just not tempted. And I strolled the bulk candy aisle and then decided it was just better to get one candy bar. Yeah, I got 2 candy bars, and I have one hiding in the cupboard. You guys, I mean, is this the signs of an addict? I mean, it just, you know what? I'm just going to have to be okay with it right now. I've been making really good steps, and I'm just going to have to just start from today. So here's where I just jot down what happened during the day, wins or fails. So I only use basically the front and back of a page. And then I just put the month up here, and I thought about maybe separating the months, and I thought, no, I'm just going to continue going on with what happened. I would love to like have it be where I have it in an opening face page. I think I'm going to do that, and then just do like a jumbo sticker here or something just to decorate it. Ooh, what about this one? Oh, I love that. I love that. Let's do it. Yeah, and this is something, I have plenty of pages, and I didn't even think about that till I was chatting with you guys. Okay. These big ones, you have to be careful when you tear them off, because you can actually ruin them and tear them. That looks great. And it matches this, so yay. Okay. Super pretty. All right, so I'm going to stop talking, but I'm going to continue to film, and I'm going to, well, that was a false threat. I'm not going to stop talking. I'm going to do the voiceover now. And I'm going to set up the week, and then I'll come back and finish with the supplements that I take. Okay, first of all, I just want to say also that I'm dedicating this video to my mom, who called me the other night, and it's like approaching a grumpy bear and asking, how are you doing? And she cares about me a lot, and she's been very concerned. And I was like, I'm fine. Everything's fine. I'm fine. And I think it's because this whole thing has consumed all of my thoughts, most of my energy every day since January 2nd when I got the diagnosis. And, I'm certainly not acting like I'm the only one that's ever faced a health crisis. And I'm not even sure if is crisis even too strong of a word for type 2 diabetes. I think not, considering the amount of stuff that I've had to look at myself in the mirror, have conversations with myself about, and things that I've had to change, that I lived in denial for 30 plus years, my entire adult life. And, I guess what I'm going to say is behavior has consequences, and it does catch up with you. That's all. I mean, that isn't just any kind of like, fabulous wisdom that dropped from the sky through me. It's a natural fact. It's a natural law on this earth is that our bodies can only take so much. So just be thinking about that. So thank you, Mom, for caring for me and about me. And I appreciate you calling and checking on me. So one thing that has happened to me in the last week since we chatted the last time about my health journal is that I got a call from the clinic and my doctor has moved on. That particular clinic had a bunch of layoffs. I didn't know that doctors could get laid off, and I can't prove that's what happened. I asked if he was okay because my other doctor died suddenly last year, my OBGYN that I had seen for 30 years. And so they said, yes, he's okay. I said, this is a great loss for the clinic. I really, really loved him. And she said, yeah, I agree. Of course, she couldn't give me any details, which is frustrating. But right now, I'm just going to switch to a different doctor, and hopefully I like that individual. So I really, 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 it's a good bit. Because it's all about me, right? I really, really liked this doctor that I was seeing. And so I'm just going to keep an open mind about the new one that they paired me with. I do believe that I've talked about already shopping. I feel like as I was reflecting on what I wanted to talk about in this video as a catch up was that I've kind of turned shopping into a sport now. And what I mean by that is I feel like I'm hoarding a lot of the things that I eat regularly. And then I need to stop that because my fridge and my counters are just stacked with food. I mean, I'm not wasting it. I'm eating it, but I don't need as much in the house. And it's not bad food. Like, for instance, I did clean out my kitchen from top to bottom. And then I had my son and his fiance come over, pick whatever they wanted, and then Mary also picked whatever she wanted, and I got rid of all of it, and it wasn't expired, so I was happy about that. Things like boxes of pasta. Well, I'm not going to eat pasta on a regular basis, and I'm certainly not going to cook it on a regular basis because it's high in carbs. So if I decide to enjoy pasta, I will plan on that with a night out. Maybe that might be what I order instead of a steak. A steak used to be a treat. Now it's something I have at least once a week because it's high protein and zero carbs, right? So there's a shift that's happening. So I did clean out my kitchen from top to bottom of all the things before it expired. And I also created a container of nuts. I went and got some organic nuts so that I can just reach in. If I need a little smackerel or something, I can just reach in and grab a couple of nuts. And then I just count it like, 3 to 5 carbs or whatever. Sometimes I don't even count it because I'm literally grabbing like walnuts were the lowest in carbs and they're unsalted. And I literally grab like 1 or 2 walnuts. And so I don't even know that, and I maybe do that twice a day. So I don't even know that's anything that I need to be counting at this point. Erin, my licensed dietitian did say that, obviously those things are healthy for me. If you continue to eat large amounts, then yes, you absolutely have to count them. If it's just something to just take the edge off and you pick 1 or 2, remember, I don't have quantity issues. I have quality issues. I can live on a Snickers bar or a Milky Way and a big bag of, not a big bag of Doritos, but a big grab bag. So like a one step up from a snack bag. And that may be what I would eat all day. And then I would eat dinner. So that is not the case anymore. I do I do have a gluten-free bagel, which whole wheat, which is low carbs in the morning. Sometimes my chia seed jam, or cream cheese, and I count it, and then some fruit. I couldn't believe when I started these changes how much carbs were in fruit, fresh fruit. And I'm like, well, I'm choosing to spend my carbs that way because it's fresh fruit. I mean, it's fiber, it's natural sugar, it's not processed sugar or corn syrup. So yeah, I talked about when I shop, I kind of get over my head. I get really tempted and I have to like go through in my mind. There's a process that I do now. I go through what I have at home and then I end up not I end up saying no, and it's a win. When I do that, it's A, saves me money. B, I don't bring home crap food anymore into the house. I'm also realizing that if I want to bring something into the house as a treat, then I get one, I buy the one serving and I pay the extra. It's just what's happening right now as I kind of make these changes progressively, slowly. I think that's what's happening as I'm making progress every week, but I'm doing it really slowly. And I have to do that in order for it to stick. At night, if I need a treat, some of you organic people will be like, oh no, but I have a little cup of sugar-free Jell-O. It's working for me. I'm going to continue to eat it. I'm not eating it at high rates. And it just helps me kind of get to that bedtime point then when I go to bed, and then I don't even think about food because I'm sleeping. I am looking forward to scheduling another appointment with my dietitian so that we can talk about all this and maybe get some more helpful tips on how to tighten up things a little bit more. Just kind of like turning a screw, with each turn, it gets tighter. With each change, I get stronger. So, yeah. So, I mean, I'm just wanting this all to stick permanently. So I think that's about it. And we're going to go back to the rest of the video. So that went pretty quick, and you can see that I just love these stickers. I love them, and it's I still have a lot left just from the sheets. I decided to go with the coffee one and the fairies because this really didn't match the theme for the week, so that's okay. But that's why I cut that first one in half for the center. Let's look at this. I just adore this. I also changed I do this ahead now. It's just easier for me. And then I don't have to worry about having a marker or something. And this is color 992. I don't have to worry about having a marker with me. So all right, I'm finishing my like daily log journal. And I used 13A and 13B. And I knew I was going to get asked, so I just thought, you know what, I'll turn on the camera. I used date covers from Josephine Bow Designs that Rachel from Rachel Beauty Plans sent me. So this is the beginnings of it. And I used 772 for the Tombow. And I did this last week, and I really liked it. I just, went over the whole page. And then once I write on it, it's really cool. I feel like it needs a little something, which is fine because these journal kits are made sometimes for layering. So I pulled out 479 and 473. And this has 6 chairs and I need 7. So I thought it would be really fun to use this on Sunday because this is what I think I look like on Sunday morning. We've already been over that. No need to comment. All right, so let's just use up this whole sheet right there, and then we'll put the fake me down in the corner. Pretty, super pretty. Okay, that looks really, really good. All right, so let's add these chairs. When I buy stickers like this, I do look at how many are on each one and try to get the most for my money. So I'm just gonna put them all at the bottom. So pretty. And that marker kind of comes through. Let's just do them all in the bottom corner. These are actually big enough where I can just use my hands. See, I think that adds a little something. I do try to change it up a bit, so let's put this one up top. Let's, no, I like it up here. And then the last one, so pretty. Let's do this. All right, so, you know, doesn't take me very long. I've been enjoying this a lot this year. So here is a quick flip of what the upcoming week will look like. It's so simple, so simple. All right, I'm kind of flitting back and forth between projects, but all right, so let's get started on my supplements. I pulled them all from the kitchen. Obviously, I have a little pill dispenser thingy that I keep track of. Everything, again, you guys, you do you, okay? I'm doing what is recommended or has been approved by a licensed dietitian and my doctor. Before I had a change in my doctor. I think I will mention that in my voiceover. So I was taking just plain magnesium. This was recommended to me. If you have a natural grocers in your community, they have trained professionals that will give you a free consultation at no charge, even if you don't buy from them. So, but I always try to support our storage, you guys, because if you don't, at least once in a while, it'll be where we won't have them anymore. So that's my viewpoint. So this is magnesium, potassium aspartate. Yeah, okay. Then I have been taking this for quite a while, and when you take a B complex, I learned from kind of surfing the internet that it's good to have all of these B's in it. And so these are liquid soft gels. They're huge, you guys. They're like horse pills, but I get them down. And so this is for like replenishing nerve damage and things like that. When you take this, your pee will turn fluorescent yellow, like a highlighter. So just don't freak out. It's the B complex. Alpha lipoic acid. Antioxidant support. Don't ask me. I don't know. He pointed and I said, okay. You guys. This I presented to my doctor. It's a natural metabolic support. I get it on Amazon and it's supposed to lower my blood sugar. Now listen, you guys, I started taking this before I got diagnosed, thinking this was going to be the cure-all. And yeah. Stupid should hurt, you guys. It really should. But I asked my doctor, could I continue to take this? And he said yes. Now realize that when I started, my glucose level was, and I have the exact, 426. I know. I heard the gas from here. So this can't hurt, but it didn't fix me. Okay, vitamin D always is good, especially if you live in a northern hemisphere and your lack of sunlight. It's just good, and it also helps if you're a little depressed. I think it helps me a lot. Lysine. I am not, okay, listen, I am not a physician, but my husband was a microbiologist that specialized in infectious diseases, so he was a very educated individual. And I used to get chronic UTIs. Lysine will lower the pH in your urine and can help if you catch it early enough. It has for me a UTI and also prevent them. So I've been taking this for a long time. Also, it's been known to also help numbness and nerve pain. So I started on this wagon pretty heavy, you know, last year. Now, when I first, let's do the last one. Turmeric helps with inflammation. And again, I thought this was going to fix me. But what happened was I got so upset and depressed with all the pain that I was experiencing before I got diagnosed, before I went to the actual doctor, that I thought all this, well, first of all, I thought all this stuff was going to fix me. Okay. This I've been taking for a long time. The lysine, this, and this is new. Magnesium is not new. That helps with muscle cramps too sometimes, which I don't struggle with too much. I used to get Charlie horses, but they were really sporadic. Okay, so what I wanted to say was I got really like down, like I'm going to say September to December, through December, and I just quit everything. I just was so like, I wasn't even hardly functioning, you guys. I mean, on some levels, okay? And after I got diagnosed, my second appointment, well, my first appointment, I told him what I had been taking for quite some time. And then my second appointment, we talked seriously about me picking this all back up again. So I've only been back on this stuff for a week. But he said, yeah, go for it. And I didn't want to start it right away because I didn't want, I don't know, maybe this is me trying to be a doctor again, but I didn't want this to skew any of my reactions or opinions of how my body was going to react to the to the medicines. And so I wasn't like hot to get back on these, and now I'm good. I know what my body's doing with those meds. I've been on them for 60 days or almost 60 days. So I'm good to go. And so last week, and I will tell you that I felt, well, there's two things. Back on these, I felt more clear-headed, but also when I'm off the sugar, I feel alert. And everybody who's off sugar is like, yeah, doy, Robin, you know. I know, slow. You got to take it slow with me, and remember, it has to be my idea. So anyways, this might be let's do this as the thumbnail. I like it with all I look really like, really on point. All right, so I think that's it, you guys. Lot in this video. Let it rip. Again, I'm so behind on comments, but if it's I will try to eventually get to them, but it's usually going to be a thumbs up and a heart, so you know I've read it. And again, share your opinions. That's you. But I'm going to continue to do what I need to do for me. So, and you do what you need to do for you. But I hope that this helps you have fun in your journey of whatever you're dealing with. I got a snoodle here, like a sticker. Oh, okay, it came off. But another thing is the stickers are just going to keep on coming because I have to have this place be pretty. I do, or I'm just, The one thing I will say in closing, you're like, yeah, you always try to close like 8 times. I know, I get it. But the one thing that I do want to say is that even when I've been feeling down, I've always been honest in this, and I've had no desire to quit, which is very, very interesting for me because I can be a total quitter. I can be like, yeah, let's rev this up. Let's buy all the shit for the setup and all the things. And, oh yeah, the hunting for stickers and planners and all the things is really fun. And then I set it up and I get into it. And then I'm like, I quit. Now that's how I've been with diets and stuff because I hate dieting. And I am not dieting. Somebody asked me yesterday, well, what are you eating? And I go, I eat anything I want as long as I count the carbs. And I'm taking that carb limit to the max. And I think what I'm learning, even just having this chat with you guys, is that I need to spend my carbs more wisely. Yes, such a wise statement that I just made to myself. And it's okay that I haven't gotten there yet and that I'm trying because there's been huge changes that have happened that are now, like, for instance, I don't even think about going to a fast food place except on Thursdays and Fridays, and that's my treat, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. It's the Reese's and the donuts I got to stop. I used to eat fast food every day. And so now that doesn't even like pop into my head. And same with the sugar, the candy, the cookies, the cakes, things like that. When I go to the store, it's still a struggle. It's still an addict conversation that I have with myself when I hit the store. But I'm more successful. The times that I'm more successful are greater than the times when I fail. And just like what happened yesterday, where I was walking through the bulk candies and decided it was better to get a single package of something than a whole bag, because I knew I would mow my way through that whole bag for the whole weekend. You know, that's something that I can call, I learned that. That's a hurdle that I jumped. And now I just have to eventually get to the point where I don't buy the candy at all, because it's just not going to be a part of my life. So that's where I'm at. All right. You guys are great. I appreciate you taking the time to watch my videos. Thank you so much for watching. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and always enjoy today. Bye, everybody.